What was your crap? Here we go again moment. When my older brother's new girlfriend announced she was pregnant. This will be my brother's 5th child, having 4 with his ex-wife. Hearing my kid start coughing at about 4 AM this morning. Whenever he gets a cough it gets so bad he starts puking. Had to move him to the couch with towels and a bucket. That retching noise puts me on full alert immediately. Ugh. It took us way too long to discover the sick bags that are available at the hospital can be bought online and save so much cleanup. The government watchdog is coming in next week for an audit. It's never that big a deal but it means I have to deal with stressed out colleagues who think it is. And they never even bring the dog. It's just a bunch of stuffed shirts. Bringing the actual watchdog would be a bit of therapy. When I still lived at home it was anytime my dad made some vague excuse to leave the house on foot. He would disappear to the pub for at least 3 or 4 hours. Sometimes longer, and we would never know what kind of mood he'd be in when he returned home. So, yeah, here we go again. Every time I heard I'm just going for a haircut or to place a bet or pick up a prescription. I lost my mom unexpectedly when I was 12. So when my dad literally dropped dead in our apartment when I was 18, that's really all that went through my head. Not again, couldn't wrap my head around how unfair that crap was. I'm so sorry, that is awfully unfair. Wish I had something more to offer other than total agreement. When my father starts talking to strangers, we will be waiting for the next hour at least, while he talks to his new friends. We must have the same father. Good luck paying a dinner check then leaving in under an hour. My neighbor thinks he's John Voight from Anaconda when he gets drunk. I saw him slamming beers on his porch yesterday and a few hours later he was in the bushes looking for snakes and speaking with a crappy accent. You need to fill his bushes with rubber snakes, record it, and post it here. Every time we have a family dinner and my parents start talking about introducing me to, and I quote, a potential future husband. Parents try too hard to get their offspring laid, sometimes. Every single time my sister would fall off the wagon and start doing drugs again, or steal from me and my parents again, or land in jail again. Friend I had cut off appears in my new country of residence. We meet, then proceeds talking 99% of the time about them frickin' Amazon selves. Then I go, ah crap, here we go again. Look at my mobile phone and say, oops, sorry, I have to leave. See you again in 5 years. Not. Yeah, I read stuff like this and I hope to God that I'm not a big frickin' jackass and I don't even know it. At my hotel, we have this group of artists who often come with their manager. We always ask for a credit card or a cash debit deposit, unless someone or a company covers for him or her. Most of the artists under this manager are cool with having to present their credit card, but it always pee off the manager. She always complained that it's always complicated with us when every single time she complain. We explain that unless the document she sends us to cover the room charge don't cover everything, she doesn't even cover the parking for her artists. We are obligated to ask for a deposit, and despite having said that for the last 3 years, the document she sends us still only mentioned that only the room is covered, not the extra expenses or the deposit, so we can't charge anything but the room to the company. Thus we have to ask for a deposit. Every time I see her name in the arrival list, I'm like, crap, here we go again. Also work at a hotel, also have problem regulars. I wish you could just blacklist them from coming back, but it's never bad enough to justify it. When you have been scrolling down your Reddit feed for half an hour and you accidentally press scroll up. Thanks stranger for the silver. I freaking hate when this happens. After a long battle about a key charger, wireless charger, that didn't work with my phone, even though the product page stated it would, I finally got one that worked. 2 months later I get an email claiming I didn't return the charger. Turns out they had messed up the instructions and given me the wrong number to write on the package. Every time someone calls in sick, and you know you'll have to cover for that person, no matter where you are currently assigned. I have pectus excavatum, which means my chest has a big hole in the middle. So when I was younger it used to hurt a lot whenever I did exercise or any medium effort. At first I thought, crap, I'm gonna die, but this was almost daily so I got used to it very quick. This was several years until it didn't hurt anymore. Last week I tried to lift my refrigerator, don't ask why, and my chest started to hurt again. Then I said it. I was out running errands on a Saturday, and I got a slow start on my car. All other plans on hold, it just became a new battery day. I make a joke to my family about my bad social skills and immediately they start trying to give sage advice and critiques when I was just trying to make them freaking laugh. If you heard someone else frequently bringing up a personal shortcoming of theirs, you'd think they were hung up on it. You may be merely trying to be funny, but if you make frequent jokes about it, they may be interpreting it as something that bothers you and or as an indirect cry for help. Lesson: stop referencing your bad social skills, even in jest. My third child had her last then a year after my second, who was planned. Totally wasn't ready to have two that close, but it ended working out. They're like twins. Once after partying real hard, me and my friend went to our friends. Me and my other friend are boys and we went to the girl's house. My friend was dating the girl and when I went to sleep I woke up at 11 and saw my friend and his girlfriend coming and kissing and I pretended to be asleep and then I heard moaning coming from the bed on the other side of the room and they didn't know I was awake. The exact same thing happened a month later and they figured I was faking when I heard moaning, sat up and said, "Oh crap, here we go again," and it hasn't happened since. Well, so long as you're the only one faking anything. Nothing special, but I do have working colleagues that are so needy that if I don't answer their messages immediately or if I am busy and start answering in short ways without being super sweet to them, almost like talking to a child, they will unfold the drama time. Starting with messages like, "What have I done to you? Why are you mistreating me? Are you mad at me? I can tell that you are mad at me." It makes me super tired and gives me the impression I am babysitting them while doing my job. My crap, here we go again moment was when I walked into school and I looked over to see a substitute teacher that everyone hates going into my least favorite class, which sadly was 7th period algebra. I spent almost the whole class arguing with him because he got an answer to a question wrong which we all got right. I would say it's our crap, here we go again boys moment. For me it is English class. Tried to surf in rough conditions the other day. Every time I resurface from dodging waves that would have otherwise crushed me, another one would already be right at my face. Broke collarbone and the fall. Had surgery. Recovered fine. Last week I was longboarding and wiped out. Instantly knew what was coming next. When a customer hovers by cash holding their receipt, waiting to accuse me of charging them the wrong price or not awarding their points as if I personally have anything to do with that crap. Joined the army, went to OSUT, a form of extended basic training, and it did what it was supposed to do. Left there, went to big army, meaning almost anywhere else. Years went by, deployments, promotions, I'm a mid-level non-com, and the army decides I should be a drill sergeant. Do you know how they make drill sergeants? By basically putting you back into basic training. No wonder all the drill sergeants I know are bitter, salty buttholes. It's payback. Basic training or OSUT as a know-nothing civilian is culture shock. A modified form of it as an experienced NCO will have a guy in a brown round screaming in your face and you fighting the urge to either scream back or hit him in the mouth. Like, "Hey butthole, I'm the same rank as you, I just got done being a platoon sergeant, and you're in for a bad time if you keep this attitude up." But you keep your mouth shut and carefully ignore the urge to pop him in the face, because that's how the army works, and you hold on to the idea that in a couple more months, you'll be the one in the Smokey the Bear campaign hat, and you'll be the one doing all the yelling. Daughter was about to turn 9 months old, and my son was 3. I still hadn't decided if I wanted to do an IUD or the pill or just condoms or what, but I was tracking my cycles and avoiding unprotected sex around my fertile days. Had some weird symptoms, but I just thought I ate some bad food. Had some cravings and aversions. Nada, can't be. We specifically avoided unprotected sex. We were laying in bed and husband starts putting the moves on me and I'm like, hold up, I'm about to start my period, so I hope we don't make a mess on our sheets. We are it. Opens Kinder app estimated period. 6 days ago. Crap. Rolled out of bed and went to the bathroom, but I didn't pee on the test enough to get a result. So I took one in the morning. Super positive. She's 4 months old now and the best goddamn baby. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.